Yo, 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 what's going on, guys? And I am back, better than ever. Went on vacation, didn't do a damn thing, except ate and drank, and got fat and happy and drunk. So, what do you expect? You know, you go on vacation. But I am back, and I am back in a big way. We are going to do an episode here about the 53-man roster projection, the final one that I think is going to happen, and which will be announced today around 4 or 5 o'clock. I know I'm a little bit behind, but that's because I was on vacation, blah, blah, blah. Let's get into it, all right? So, obviously, as I said, NFL teams have until 4 p.m. today to announce their 53-man roster, which they're going from 80 to 53 men. Some of those cuts may happen today, so let's see how quickly this ends up being wrong. It's a little tougher to do this than normal because of the fact that we had no preseason games. So to see how the depth chart is going to set up as of now. Also, new head coach Matt Rule isn't going to have the same philosophies and loyalties like Ron Rivera did when it comes to picking players for his roster. With that in mind, let's get this started. Starters at each position, and here we go. So offense, we're going to start with quarterbacks. Obviously, Teddy Bridgewater, Will Grier, and then, of course, P.J. Walker. Neither Grier nor Walker has set themselves apart as the clear backup to Bridgewater. Rule has said the competition will continue week to week, which is more likely to happen when both are on the roster. Running backs, Christian McCaffrey, Mike Davis, Reggie Bonifant, and Alex Arma. And I was pretty close with my earlier predictions when we were sitting there talking about it. I'm pretty sure that I said in my last one of my other video of the 53-man roster projection, pretty sure that I said that Mike Davis was going to be the backup, and that seems to be the case. And from what I've been reading, McCaffrey edges out Mike Davis and Bonifant to keep hold of the starting running back spot. Davis apparently had a fantastic camp and can do a little bit of everything. Bonifant keeps his spot with a little bit of competition for the third spot. Arma isn't the team's only fullback and is a useful special teams player. So wide receivers. We got DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, Curtis Samuel, Keith Kirkwood, and Farrah Cooper, and Seth Roberts. Moore, Anderson, and Samuel, we already know the starters. Anderson gets the nod over Samuel for me because I'm a hater, and Samuel has reportedly not been that great in camp. Kirkwood has experience with both Rule at Temple, and then, of course, offensive coordinator Joe Brady with him at the Saints. He's hurt, but the fact is that he's still there despite his injury implies that the team plans on keeping him anyways. Cooper has special team values. Roberts has proven that he can play in the NFL. There's a chance that Brandon Zystra sneaks on the roster in place of one of those final three guys. Tight ends. So we have Ian Thomas, Chris Manhertz, Tamarick Hemingway. Thomas is the heir apparent to Greg Olsen, though he's currently dealing with a minor toe injury. Manhertz is a terrific blocking tight end that brings value to two tight end sets. Hemingway was good last preseason, and I assume the team is going to keep the three tight ends just because. Now we go into offensive line. I chose Russell Okung, Dennis Daly, Matt Paradis, John Miller, Taylor Mawton, Greg Little, Michael Schofield, and Tyler Larson, and Brandon Bowen. To be quite honest though, I had no idea who to put as the 9th lineman. I just know teams typically have 9 offensive linemen on their rosters. The other 8 seem like, I'm pretty sure, bets to make the rosters are all and actually look like serviceable depth for once. So that's your offense right there, all those guys. All right, now we got defense. So defensive line, I chose Brian Burns, Kawan Short, Derek Brown, Get Turk, Gross Matos, Stephen Weatherly, Marquise Hayes, Effie Aboda, Zach Kerr, and Bravion Roy. I went with rookie Gross Matos to start over veteran Stephen Weatherly, but that might be ambitious. The other 3 starters seem obvious. Haynes and Aboda will join Weatherly in the backup defensive end rotation, while veteran Zach Kerr and 6th-round pick Bravion Roy provide depth on the interior. And then we go into linebackers. So we got Shaq Thompson, Tahir Whitehead, Jermaine Carter, Adarius Taylor, Jordan Konatsky, Julian Stanford. I think the Panthers' base defense will only include 2 linebackers. That pushes Jermaine Carter to the bench behind veterans Thompson and Whitehead. Taylor and Konatsky have showed well with previous opportunities. Stanford has been in the league for 7 years thanks entirely to his special teams contributions, but I'm guessing he continues that here as well. Safeties, I got Trey Boston, Justin Burris, Jeremy Chin, Kenny Robinson. I like that. I have the Panthers starting 3 safeties as Chin appears to set to play as a Swiss Army knife role, so to speak, on defense. Boston is a good free safety. Burris wasn't brought here to not start. He's a 5th-round pick and first ever professional draft pick. Kenny Robinson is likely to assure his spot as well. All right, now we go into cornerbacks. So with the cornerbacks, I selected Dante Jackson, Troy Pride Jr., Eli Apple, Corn Elder, Stanley Thomas Oliver III, and TJ Green. Jackson retains his starting spot from last year and is joined by the rookie 4th-rounder Troy Pride Jr. Eli Apple has a chance to claim the starting spot, but he's more of that name than a good player at this point. Corn Elder has done just enough to hang around for a while. Thomas Oliver is a recent draft pick that they'll probably want to keep around. Green has been getting in the mix with starters occasionally, which is enough for me to wildly guess that he'll make the team. And then we get into the special teams, the specialists. We got kicker Joey Sly, punter Joseph Charlton, and then we got long snapper JJ Jansen. Sly is locked in as the team's kicker. Charlton has had some struggles in camp, as we all know, but signee Kar Vedovic, I think that's how you pronounce it, seems more like a utility backup than a true competitor for the starting punting gig. Jansen returns as maybe one of the best long snappers in the league. So remember that 53-man roster isn't actually final. It wouldn't be surprising to at least one person that's not currently on the roster to make their way onto the team by week 1. Likewise, players, they'll get cut on Saturday, could find their way back to the team, maybe like the practice squad. So, guys, let me know what your thoughts are, Panther fans. What looks right, what looks wrong. Let me know what you think. Just let me know who do you think that is going to actually make the team and that I didn't name off. So, Panther Nation, I'm glad to be back. I'm going to keep putting some more content out. Like I said, click that subscribe button, smash the like button. It helps out the channel. Both of those things help out the channel, helps me keep putting this stuff out for y'all. I'm hoping you are glad I'm back, and I'm glad to be back. All right, guys, Panther Nation, you know what to do. Keep pounding.